Now, in today's session, so again we are going to see the same inductance in case of three-phase transmission. So in three-phase transmission line, so they may be placed in different configurations. In different configurations means maybe horizontal configuration. So that means all the three are connected parallel to each other, parallel to surface of the earth. That means horizontal configuration. Either vertical configuration means that is perpendicular to surface of the earth. So one over the other. So vertical configuration. So in this vertical configuration or horizontal configuration, the distance between two conductors may not be the same. It is not possible to get equal distances between all the three conductors. Only if the conductors are placed in a triangular fashion, just sides of an equilateral triangle. If we observe an equilateral triangle, the corners, the edges of the equilateral triangle, if we consider the location of conductor, so in that case, so distance between any two conductors is same. So if they are symmetrically placed, so symmetrical conductors means they are placed at equal distances. Now, today we are going to discuss the same thing. Okay. Now I want to show my presentation. Okay, inductance of a three-phase transmission line. So first case, symmetrical three-phase lines. Symmetrical three-phase lines means all the three conductors are placed in equal distance. The second case is unsymmetrical three-phase lines. Unsymmetrical three-phase lines indicates that they are unsymmetrically spaced. The distance between any two conductors, that is different values. So due to this unsymmetrical spacing, some problems may arise. Practically, symmetrical lines is not possible because due to environmental conditions or physical observation, and distance may be slightly different. That's why it is not possible to get an exact symmetrical three-phase lines. So the lines, practical lines, are unsymmetrical lines only. That's why we have to calculate inductance due to unsymmetrical three-phase. Again, in this, there are two types, two configurations, that is transposed three-phase lines and untransposed three-phase lines. Transposed three-phase lines means only these lines are always. Sir, Bhupesh sir.
Screen మారుతుందా మీ దగ్గర? స్క్రీన్ ఇప్పుడు మీ ప్రెజెంటేషన్ బ్లాంక్ గా వైట్ గా కనిపిస్తుంది.
కరెక్ట్ గా లేదా అయితే?
ఓన్లీ వైట్ బ్లాంక్ వైట్ షీట్ కనిపిస్తుంది అంతే.
ఇప్పుడు ఒక నిమిషం సార్, జస్ట్ I want to share my screen. Is it okay sir?
ఇప్పుడు కనిపిస్తుంది.
అంటే ఇందాక యాక్చువల్ వైట్ బోర్డ్ కూడా యాడ్ చేశాను, దానివల్ల ప్రాబ్లం వచ్చింది. థ్యాంక్ యూ. ఓకే, సో ఇన్ అన్సిమెట్రికల్ త్రీ ఫేజ్ లైన్స్, one is transposed, the other is untransposed three-phase. Now first we have to calculate the inductance in case of three-phase symmetrical lines. The next case unsymmetrical. In unsymmetrical, again when the three-phase conductors are transposed or that may not be transposed. Next, inductance of a symmetrical three-phase line. So here three-phase symmetrical lines means the conductors are in this configuration. So conductor A or R phase, conductor Y phase, conductor B phase. All the three phases, all the three conductors are at an equal distance. So the spacing between the conductors is d, and if we assume the radius of each conductor, so that can be consumed as different radius or with the same radius, we can consider the radius of the conductor is also same r. Now I want to apply the same formula what we have derived previously. The flux linkage of conductor A is due to current passing through conductor A, and because these two conductors are also having currents, this flux is generated around these conductors due to current passing through these other two conductors. This flux links with this conductor. Again, a flux linkages will increase the flux linkages. So here the total flux linkages in conductor A, if we observe, that is due to self flux linkages and mutual flux linkages due to other two conductors. So other two conductors means phase B and phase C. So if we apply the same formula previously what we have calculated, what we have done, so the flux linkage in conductor A, this is total flux linkage in conductor A is due to flux linkage due to current passing through the same conductor, that is IA into ln 1 by DAA. In some textbooks that is represented by DAA, in some textbooks that is represented by GMRA, that is geometric mean radius of conductor A, or in some textbooks that is referred as R dash. So we can use any of these notation. So strictly follow this one. So we can follow any of these notations. So here what I have taken is 1 by DAA. DAA means R dash. R dash means geometric mean radius of conductor A, that is 0.7788 times of radius of this conductor. Next, this term indicates the flux linkage due to the flux linkage at conductor A due to current passing through conductor B. So here that is taken as ln 1 by distance between A and B conductors. Here the distance between A and B conductor. So if we consider that is D, distance D, AB. So it gives, so ln. So how you got this means that what we have already derived, just applying that formula. So application of previous derivation. So if we can able to apply that one, we can solve any type of problem or any type of configurations. So here, so even though if you have not followed, go through that one. Otherwise, just try to follow this equation. So I want to calculate the flux linkages in conductor A. So flux linkages in conductor A means flux linkage due to current passing through this conductor, that is IA into ln 1 by DAA. This term indicates the flux linkages in conductor A due to current passing through this conductor. Next, second term indicates flux linkages in conductor A due to current passing through second conductor. So we have to take the distance between these two conductors. These two conductors means y ln 1 by dAb. Next, the third term indicates again flux linkage at this conductor due to current passing through other conductor. So here we have to consider the distance between these two conductors, that is 1 by DAC. Okay, is it clear? So once we got this equation, so simply because this is a symmetrical three-phase line, all the three distances are same, assumed to be same. So DAB is equal to DBC is equal to DCA, which is equal to D, and DAA is equal to R dash. So R dash or GMR, that is geometric mean radius. If we substitute this, now the inductance flux linkages is equal to 2 into 10 to the power of minus 7 IA ln 1 by R dash plus IB ln 1 by D plus IC. Here it is also ln 1 by D. So just some ln is missing here. So try to note down this. So IA ln 1 by D, IC ln 1 by D. Okay. Now, for the three-phase system, the algebraic sum of currents in the conductors is 0. We know that IA plus IB plus IC is equal to 0 in case of a balanced system. So that is that we have considered here. Now, so if we substitute, so IA plus IB plus IC is equal to 0, we can assume if we just take, since these two terms, it is having 1 by D, this is also having 1 by D. If we take 1 by D as common, ln 1 by D as common, so that becomes IB plus IC. Okay, so now the next step is flux linkages in conductor A is equal to 2 into 10 to the power of minus 7 IA ln 1 by R dash plus 1 by D into IB plus IC. What is IB plus IC? From this, the algebraic sum of currents is equal to 0. IA plus IB plus IC is equal to 0 in a three-phase system. So IA is equal to minus of IB plus IC. So if we substitute that term, so taking ln 1 by D as common and substituting IB plus IC is equal to minus IA. Okay, is it clear? So minus IA. Now the terms, if we observe, this is IA ln 1 by R dash minus IA ln 1 by D. So if we take IA as common, so now the equation, the inductance, this gives the total flux linkages in conductor A. So now the inductance becomes LA is equal to flux linkage divided by current passing through that conductor, that is IA. So which is equal to 2 into 10 to the power of minus 7 ln D by R dash henries per meter. Okay, so this gives the inductance of a conductor A, or inductance per phase value. So here it is, LA is equal to lambda A by IA, which you will get, it comes around 2 into 10 to the power of minus 7 ln D by R dash henries per meter. Similarly, if we calculate inductance flux linkages in conductor B. So flux linkages in conductor B, if we again consider again the same term, flux linkages in conductor B is equal to flux linkage due to self flux linkage and mutual flux linkages due to current passing through other two conductors. Here if we observe the equation, so lambda B is equal to 2 into 10 to the power of minus 7. Here it is due to Ia ln 1 by the term here, that is due to current Ia, the flux linkages becomes the distance between these two conductors. Distance between these two conductors in this case is 1 by AB. So here the term becomes 1 by AB, DAB plus IB ln 1 by DBB. Here this is self flux linkages. This term indicates self flux linkages. This term indicates flux linkages due to conductor A. Similarly, the third term IC due to current IC. So distance between these two, that is BC. Distance becomes DBC. So that means same, you will get the same equation, and finally the inductance per phase in all the three conductors are same. The inductance of conductor B and conductor C will also the same as conductor A. So the inductance per phase per meter per phase is equal to, it is mu naught by 2 pi into ln D by Gm R phase. So what this is? R dash or Gm R. So geometric mean radius R. Also this can also be written as self GMD. In the last session what I have told, that is self GMD means, which is nothing but GMR, which is equal to 0.77 times R, 0.77 times radius of conductor. So many henries per meter. So is it clear? First derivation is when the conductors are placed symmetrically. Symmetrically means distance between any two conductors that is same. Coming to next, unsymmetrical three-phase transmission. Practically most of the cases the conductors are placed in unsymmetrical fashion only. It is not possible to maintain the same distance throughout the length of the line. So that's why the practical configuration is unsymmetrical spacing. So in that case, the distance between any two conductors, if we assume in this fashion, so distance between A and B is D12, distance between these two is D23, distance between A and B is D31, or D31 or D13. So whatever it may be, the distance between any two conductors is this is entirely different. So we have already derived these equations. Now coming to, in unsymmetrical case, again there are two types. One is transposed conductors, the other one is untransposed conductors. So if the conductors are transposed, if the conductors are not transposed, so there is some disadvantages. Why? What are the disadvantages? If we observe the inductance equation, that equation is mainly depends upon the distance between two conductors. Even though if we observe the previous equation, Ia into ln 1 by R dash plus Ib into ln 1 by a distance between 1 and 2 conductors. Similarly, Ic into ln distance between 1 and 3 conductors. So distance between 1 and 2 and distance between 1 and 3 conductors. So here the inductance is mainly depends upon the distance. If they are unsymmetrically spaced, so inductance is not same in all the three phases. So if the inductance is not same, so E is equal to L di by dt. So that is the mutual induced voltages or voltage drops due to this inductances, that is different in all the three phases. That finally leads to unbalanced voltages at the load side. So that's why most of the cases, to reduce this unbalanced voltages, the conductors are transposed. Okay, what is transposition? Transposition means if we take the entire, here the conductors are three conductors. Since three-phase system, the conductors are three conductors. So if we consider the length of the conductor is some L meters, the total distance between first point to sending end to receiving end, that is L distance. So that is divided into three equal halves. If four conductors are there, that is four-phase system. The length of the length is divided into four parts. If there are six phases, the entire length is divided into six parts. Okay, so that is transposition. So at equal intervals of time, so the position of the conductor is changed. So here at a particular L by 3 distance, so the conductor 1 is in first position. So immediately after 1/3 distance of 1/3 total length, that is reached to position 2. So immediately that conductor is in position 2. So after 1/3 distance, again that is in position 3. So here position 1, here that is position 2, here that is in position 3. That means, so at 1/3 distance, the position of the conductor A is here. So at in the second 1/3 length, the position of the conductor is at position B. So previously here the conductor B, so now that is moved here. This conductor is moved here. Again C conductor is moved to position A. So again the same thing repeats after a distance. So after 2/3 distance, so again the conductor B is taken position C. So here that position B, position conductor A, conductor C, conductor B. So just in a same fashion, the conductor A takes position 1, conductor B at this position, conductor A at this position in after 1/3 length, again it takes to third position. Like that every conductor. So second conductor, if we observe in first position, that is in middle, again, so at one of these ends, again 1/3 distance, again that is reached to here. So that means we can easily find out the net inductance due in one phase, that becomes the average value of this. So when the average value of these three, so when the if we calculate the inductance at position 1, so you will get certain value. So in position 2, it may be a little bit more or it may be a less, that is different value. So in position C, again the distances are different. So again, because of this unsymmetrical spacings, the inductance value at each and every position is different. A slight difference, not much different. Okay, a slight difference that can be overcome by transposition of conductors. Position of the conductors are changed, so this is called as transposition of conductors. Average value of all the three gives the inductance per phase per meter. Okay, is it clear? So what are the disadvantages? So if we observe the flux linkages and inductance of each phase are not the same if the conductors are not transposed. That means inductance at this position is some value, inductance at this position is, it may be a little bit higher. So again at this position it may be a little bit less. So that it is not the inductance or flux linkages in each phase are not the same. A different inductance in each phase results in unequal voltage drops in the three phase, even if the currents in the conductors are balanced, even though the current passing through or the same current passing through inductances, current passing through conductors are same, because of this unequal spacing, the inductance in each phase may result unequal voltage drops. Okay, the voltage drop or the voltage at the receiving end will not be the same for all the phases. Once the voltage at the receiving end must be same in case of a balanced system, that must be same. So in order the voltage drops are equal in all conductors, so we have to transpose that. Generally, interchanging of positions of the conductor at regular intervals along the transmission line. So transposition, this is nothing but transposition of conductors. So that each conductor occupies the original position of the every other conductor over an equal distances. So conductor A takes all the three positions, conductor B takes all the three positions, conductor C takes all the three positions. So therefore, the inductance due to all the three phases will be the same if we take transposition. So in that case, such exchange of position is called as transposition. To find the inductance of each conductor of a transposed line, the flux linkages of the conductor are found for each position it occurs in the transposed cycle. So now we have to calculate the inductance in section 1. Section 1 means at 1/3 of the distance when the first conductor takes first position, second conductor takes second position, third conductor takes third position. So in that case, so if we take the section 1 in 1/3 of the first, the entire distance is divided, the entire length is divided into 3 parts. In first section, the position of conductor A is something here. So now we have to find out flux linkages in conductor A due to current passing through this conductor and current passing through other two conductors. So here it is section 1, that's why I have indicated this as 1. So lambda A1 in first conductor in section 1. So that is 2 into 10 to the power of minus 7 IA ln 1 by RA dash. What is this RA dash? RA dash means geometric mean radius of conductor A. Previously the same thing, what we have 0.77 times radius of conductor. Okay, or in some textbooks that is defined as DAA. Okay, D11 or DAA. So that is RA dash value. Is it clear, this equation? So anybody please respond. Hello? Hello?
Okay, sir. Yes, sir.
Equation రాసింది ఎందుకంటే first if we can able to understand this equation we can write any equations and for any configuration. So here IA is into ln 1 by RA dash plus IB is due to current passing through second conductor, that is distance between these two. What I am calculating flux linkages in this conductor due to current passing through this conductor. So that's why we have to assume the distance between these two is D1. Similarly, for flux linkages in conductor A due to current passing through third conductor. Here the distance is D13 or D13 or D31. No problem. So that is 1 by D13. So many Weber turns per meter. Now this is in section 1. That means up to 1/3 distance, the flux linkage in conductor A. The next case, flux linkage in conductor A in section 2 is given by, so section 2 means the position of the conductor is changed. Now the conductor A takes this position, conductor B takes this position, again conductor C takes the first position. So here in a particular fashion, so these conductors are changed their positions. Now if I observe the first, again the same flux linkages in conductor A due to current passing through this conductor, that is IA into ln 1 by R dash. Okay, is it clear? Plus due to conductor B, here the distance is D23, IB ln 1 by D23. Okay, the distance between first conductor and second conductor is D12. Distance between second conductor and third conductor is D23. But the conductor is changed. The distance is same. So from here to here it is previously D23. So same distance what I have used. So here also we have to substitute ln. So ln is term is missing. So kindly note this one. IC ln D 1 by D12. So here the distance, so from one conductor 1 to, so due to conductor C, flux linkages, if we consider these two, flux linkages is equal to IC ln 1 by D12. So is it clear? In the previous equation here ln is there, here ln is missing. So kindly note this one, IC ln 1 by D12. Okay, is it clear? Next, the flux linkage in conductor A, again same conductor in section C. Section C means this conductor takes this position, this conductor takes this position, again this conductor takes the second position. So same thing. One more time, the conductors are rotated. Okay, so now conductor A is in third position. In section C, the conductor A is in third position. Again, if we observe, the distances are not changed. So D12 distance between first these two conductors, D23 conductors distance between these two is same. Distance between these two conductors are also same. Now, if we take the flux linkages in conductor A due to current passing through this conductor and similarly current passing through other two conductors, if we write, that is IA ln 1 by R dash plus IB ln 1 by D23, here due to conductor, sorry, here I think I have written some mistake. Here due to current, so here it is. The conductor, what I am calculating, due to conductor B, here this must be 3-1. So kindly note this one, a mistake, one more mistake. So here the distance between 1 and 2 conductors, because here the distance is 3-1. So kindly note this one, this as 3-1. Okay. Okay. So next, again, distance between these two is D23. So due to current IC ln D23. So here this is correct, but here it is D13. Now is it clear? Please respond.
Yes, sir.
215. So note chesara ఇది ఇక్కడ mistake ఏంటమ్మా?
D31.
Yeah, very good. So because ఏంటమ్మా?
Sir, in పైన section 2 లో IC ln 1 by D12 కదా sir.
Yeah. So ఇక్కడ ln missing మిస్ అయింది. ఇక్కడ
Yes, sir.
3-1.
D3.
ఓకే, మీరు నోట్ చేసుకునేటప్పుడు అలా నోట్ చేసుకోండి. అదర్వైజ్
Yes.
ఇట్ ఇస్ పాసిబుల్. సో ఐ కెన్ modify this. Just I want to modify this. This is D13. Here ln is missing. Okay. So now in this section, what I am calculating is flux linkages in this section. So now we have to calculate the total flux linkages so that we can find out the total inductance per phase. So what we are calculating, inductance per phase, that is inductance in a phase A. So here in section A, that is one position taking one position, section B it is taking same position, in section C it is taking the third position. So if we observe, these equations are same, similar equations. Once we can able to find, we can just able to understand the first derivation, we can write down equations, flux linkage equations for any type of configurations. Okay. Now the next step. Okay. Now the average value of flux linkage, the average value of flux linkage of A. Now, so if we observe the average value of flux linkage, that is that comes around 1/3, since the entire length is divided into 3 sections. Since 3 conductors are there for a 6-phase system, total 6 sections. Now that value becomes 1/6 into all the 3 flux linkages. Okay. Here again one more mistake. This is A3. Okay. So flux linkage lambda A is equal to 1/3 times flux linkage in section 1, flux linkage in section 2, flux linkage in section. Next equation, that is now substitute all the 3 flux linkages. So simply substituting. So all the 3, here the equation is C. So here ln is missing again. So IA ln 1/r dash plus IB ln 1/13 31 23 12 and 31 2. Just substituting all the 3 above equations, and you will, and 2 into 10 to the power of -3 divided by 3. So you will get the simplified form. Since IA, if we take common, 3 times IA ln 1/r dash plus IB. So here it is IB ln 1/3 2 3 and 1 2. So 1 2, and again one more term is, so I think I have written a small mistake. Kindly go through the textbook so that you can, otherwise you can simply derive that one. Okay. So now the current becomes IB is equal to ln into ln A plus ln B plus ln C. So ln of A into B into C, just using that formula, logarithmic formula, taking IB as common. Now the terms, that is 1/D12 D23 D31. So here the term is D12 again 12. Again if we take IC as common, 1 3, 1 2, and 2 3. So here just this one, two. Okay. Now the flux linkage. So up to this equation, is it clear? Now the simplified form. Again we have, if we observe 1 2, 2 3, and 3 1. All the three, IC is having all the three terms, IB is also having all the three terms. If we take this term as common, ln 1 by this, IB plus IC. So IB plus IC can be written as minus IA for a three-phase system. So all the three currents, IA plus IB plus IC is equal to 0. So that can be written as IB plus IC can be written as minus IA. Now further simplified. So taking this 3 inside, so 3 gets cancelled. This becomes 1 by 3. Now that is 1 by 3 times IA ln. So this negative, because of this negative, that can be made positive just by taking this term into numerator. Again, ln 1 by A is equal to minus ln A. That can be right using the same logarithmic formula. Ln 1 by A is equal to minus ln A. So using that formula, so we can find out flux, the average flux linkage of conductor A. Now the next coming here. Okay. So now the 1 by 3 can be this 1 by 3. So A log x is equal to log x to the power of A. So using the same formula, this 1 by 3 can be taken as, so power of this term. So writing that in this fashion, flux linkage, average flux linkage is equal to 2A into 10 to the power of minus 3 into ln IA ln D12, D23, D31 to the power of 1 by 3 whole divided by R dash. So all this is simplified expression. Now the average inductance is equal to LA is equal to lambda A by IA. So now divided by current passing through that conductor gives the total average inductance of phase A. So many henries per meter. So this can also be written as D equivalent. What is D equivalent? So if 3 conductors are there, 1 by 3. If n conductors and n distances are there, this can be extended to n number. So whole to the power of 1 by n, D12, D1, D23, D234, and like that you will get n terms. Okay. So later we can discuss that n number of strands placed in a conductor. So now is it clear? So inductance can be in simplified form. LA is equal to 20 to the power of minus 7 ln D equivalent by DS or RA dash. What is DS? Self GMT or RA dash, or this is GMR. So many textbooks it refers this terminology. That's why I have written. So each and every notation at each and every place. So it can also be written as DS. Okay. Now in the same term, and the same derivation can be extended to other two phases. So phase B and phase C. So phase B is equal to phase C is equal to same all the three distances divided by R dash, so many henries per. Is it clear? So next, coming to, so So up to this part, is there any doubt while deriving inductance? Anybody can ask doubt regarding this derivation, a very important derivation. Okay, I hope everybody is can understand this derivation. Okay, otherwise we can go through net or any textbook. So for a transpose, either Sony Gupta Bhatnagar or C.L. Vatva or any textbook, power systems textbook by Nagaratan Kothari or Stevenson. So we can easily find out this derivation. So very important derivation. Once we can able to understand this derivation, we can solve problems. Okay. So now coming to doubts. Anybody is having doubts? So only 54 members are present. I want to